The Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Madam Speaker, this question is to the Minister of Justice. Does she agree with the reported statement that gangs are becoming part of the solution to youth violence? If so, why?
Speaker.
The Honourable Annette King.
Madam Speaker, I've seen a statement in the New Zealand Herald today attributed to Peter Sharples of the Maori Party. While I'd like to believe that gang members have reformed and now wish to become part of the solution to youth violence, I've seen no evidence to show that they are anything other than part of the problem. However, there may be individual ex-gang members who undertake worthwhile work with young people.
Supplementary question. The Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Can I ask the Minister, does she share the views that most of the population of this country have, that gangsters are helping create the problem with violent criminal offending and are not providing the solution, and that rather than constant hand-wringing and acceptance of their existence, the time has come to outlaw gangs that have a serious criminal record?
The Honourable Annette King.
Madam Speaker, I agree with the member that gangsters are helping to create the problem rather than the solution. However, I don't believe the answer is just a straight outlawing of gangs. The members of any outlawed gang would just simply change their name or morph into another form, which is why I launched only this month the organised crime strategy, which takes a whole-of-government approach to combat organised crimes, because that is where you will find gang members involved in organised crime, and you need the resources of many agencies to fight that at many levels.
Any further Ron Mark.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. To the Minister, has the Minister heard about the Marae-based hui between such gangs as Mongrel Mob, Highway 61, Black Power and Hells Angels that Dr Sharples promotes? And if so, who does she believe these hui are benefiting the most? The young people who they have got hooked on the drugs they manufacture and distribute? The wider community who have had a guts full of their drug dealing and violence? Or could it be that, just as we have seen in the overseas situations with gangs internationally, gangs are using these hui to put aside their traditional rivalries to work together to maximise their profits?
The Honourable Annette King.
Madam Speaker, as I have already said, I have not seen any evidence that gang members involved in organised crime as they are anything other than a problem. I would hate to think that they are able to use a forum like meetings on Marae as a method of either recruitment or to have respectability to cover up what their real activities are. However, I would leave it to the wise judgment of those who are on those Marae in terms of deciding whether the people they invite there have got a good cause or otherwise.
Supplementary question, Ron Mark.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. To the Minister, has she seen any evidence as a result of all of these hui, or the assertions by Dr Sharples that gangs need to be part of the solution, that gangs are shutting down their dope growing operations, shutting down their tinny houses, handing over to the police members who supply dope and pee to kids, or of gangs depatching and disbanding? Or does she, like me, think that Dr Sharples and his cohorts are simply running a great PR campaign?
Speaker.
The Honourable Annette
Madam
King.
Speaker, no, I don't believe that Dr Peter Sharples would run a PR campaign. I think he genuinely believes what he says, but I have to say to Dr Sharples, I have not seen evidence of gang members being reformed to the extent that they want to be part of the solution. In fact, I have seen the opposite in terms of gang members moving to other parts of New Zealand, setting up near prisons, recruiting, using youth, young people to become the next wave of gang members. I would be happy if it was true, but I have not seen evidence of it.
Further supplementaries? A supplementary question, Dr Peter Sharples.
Can the Minister confirm that government is giving funding to gang leaders with whom I am working on these projects?
Madam Speaker?
The Honourable
Madam
Annette
Speaker,
King.
no, I can't confirm this, but what I can confirm is that the member is quite wrong in a statement that he said today that the government is just creating bureaucracies when it comes to tackling youth violence. The member is quite wrong. In fact, if you look at the approach that's been taken to youth gangs in South Auckland, West Auckland and Auckland Central, it has been to work with many agencies, including NGOs, not setting up more bureaucracies, but taking the resources, personnel and funding and working in a way where we put it together and we've helped to reduce the activity of those youth gangs.
A point of order, Dr. Peter-Sharples.
I'm in a bit of a dilemma here, Madam Speaker, when I know that government is funding gang members to work with some of us in the community, and the answer I've been told is that the Minister of Justice and Police doesn't even know this.
The Honourable Annette
The point
King.
of order. Madam Speaker said no, I could not confirm the first part of his answer. I'm happy to get information. There will be members of gangs who are part of NGOs, no doubt. But that is not what the member was saying in the Herald this morning.
Well, point of order, Ron Mark.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I know New Zealand First has allocated its number of supplementary questions. Seek leave to ask one more supplementary.
Leave
extra
us
to our
order. Is there any
entitlement.
objection? There is objection. Question number 4, the Honourable Billingsley.